What's up, guys? This is Atif with TunerWorld here. This is my 1991 Nissan 240SX hatchback. And this is a car that was on my bucket list because when I used to play games when I was a kid or watch drifting, this was the car I thought of. This is like the ultimate drift car in my opinion. S13 hatch, that's just what it is. This is what I always remembered as a kid. This one right here is I actually bought sight unseen from North Carolina. It still has the North Carolina plates on there. And of course, it's seen better days, but it could also be worse in my opinion. I got it for a pretty good price. I wouldn't say a steal or anything like that, considering the condition it's in and the fact that there is no engine. I mean, there is an engine. I don't want to get stung by a bee. Hopefully this will open without me getting stung right here. There's an engine, but it's a KA that I think the water pump went bad on, so they started a water pump job and they never finished it, and obviously you could see it's seen better days. But the reason I bought it was because it had very minimal rust. Now, I say that as there's a big rust hole right here, but again, right, this is just like part of the body that doesn't really matter if there's rust here or not. If I'm making this a drift car, I could just cut all that off and do a tube front end, but the strut towers are pretty good. And most of this stuff is just like fade, sun fade, and just, you know, beat up things over time. It does have the sunroof. It's obviously seen better days as well. It's a project, but for the price I got it for and making my first drift car, I don't think it was a bad purchase. Yeah, it's a little bit of work, but I'd rather buy something like this for cheaper. Obviously, I probably have about, I don't know, like $1,300, $3,300 into it total already. But again, right, finding a 240SX these days, even shells, are very difficult. And the main thing for me is that when you come down here, these frame rails are pretty solid. Usually with these older 240s, you see frame rails that go bad. When you do a push test, it'll be all crunchy and munchy, and these are pretty solid. And overall, the underbody of this is not too bad. I've seen way worse with cars that look better. So that was the main thing for me. I'm like, you know what? It's a 240 that's pretty cheap. It's gonna be my first drift car. It came manual. It's already manual. So, you know, if I wanted to sell some stuff, I could sell it. Again, the interior seen better days, but the dash has no, did I crack? Okay, I lied, the dash has one crack. But overall, you usually see them that are way worse. I think that crack might have formed now. I think that crack might have formed recently. Yeah, it's probably always there. I just didn't really notice it. But again, right, it's not in that bad of a condition. As far as the seat goes, I'm gonna put a racing seat in there anyways. Most of the stuff is gonna get changed out. Here's the back seats. And let me show you the underbody on this side. Again, the same thing, right? The frame rail, not really. Keep on getting a call. Making a video, guy. Frame rail's not really rusted. You got a little bit of rust right here. But again, right, it's that frame rail I'm looking for. It's solid overall. So for what I paid for it, right, I got about $3,200 into it total. I think it's not a bad buy, especially considering what the 240SX markets are looking at right now. Trunk, you've got some, looks like what probably was a spoiler here at one point. I don't know if it was a factory or aftermarket, but my plan is I wanted to do a 5.3 swap or a 6.0 swap, so some kind of LS motor. The 5.3 is a LM7, the 6.0 is a LQ4, and the 6.2 is LQ9. So I'd find one of those engines for a decent price, put a Sicky kit in there. I'll probably do a T56 or a CDO9, something of those sorts, just to get me started. As far as the rear end goes, I could just weld it just to get some practice in the beginning. Or for me, I'm 31 years old, guys. I have so many things going on, so many different projects. My businesses I run, TunerWorld I run, and for me, it's time is valuable to me more than money is. Both are obviously valuable, but I'd rather, you know, if I spend a little bit of extra money to make this a proper setup and it helps me learn drifting a little quicker, a little better, I don't mind doing it. So yeah, well, the diff gets the job done, right? But if I had to spend another $1,000 or $1,500 to get a nice rear end set up, a two-way LSD or whatever, I don't mind doing it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Got the car for about $3,200 all in with shipping and all that fun stuff. Get a 5.3 in there, use a Sicky kit so it makes my life easier because I do want to do this project myself. I know a lot of stuff I buy already built. That's not because I can't build cars. That's just to save time, because again, I don't have time. So I think this project being one of my first, I'm gonna actually work on myself. I want it to be easy, pain-free. So getting the Sicky kit, a nice strands, everything kind of bolted up together and making it a nice fun drift car would be an awesome project. So yeah, I just want to make a quick video showing the car. The trunk is pretty much straightforward as well. Let me pop the trunk real quick. Saw under the hood, saw the body. Pull, I'm gonna push and pull. Let's see if the gas opens as well. I doubt the trunk will open, let's see. I feel like I had it open before. Don't sting me, B. Oh, it does open, nice. The shocks work. Oh, nice, they kind of do hold up. Very cool. Along the edges, you got a little bit of surface rust. Again, I'm not making this, I'm not trying to keep this car as a show car or a long-term car. This is the first car I'm gonna build. Oh, it has a little rear strut bar in there. Some kind of gas can, maybe the one on the car is rusted out, or they got another one that they put in here for me so I could put it in. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's the fuel neck? Some sort of fuel neck. Maybe there's a problem with this one. I don't know. But yeah, once we get into the car, we'll figure it out. I don't mind, you know, putting a fuel cell in here if I have to, and just getting this thing ready to go. So again, this is my first time in the 240 field. I would love to hear y'all's opinions. Should I keep this, or should I just spend the extra money and get a better platform to start with? You all know kind of what I want to do. I want to have a nice beginner drift car that's also kind of cool, has a cool factor to it. I always thought 240s with V8s sounded amazing. You know, it's a cool feeling having a V8 in a small little rear-wheel drive manual coupe, or in this case a hatch. So let me know what you think of the purchase. Did I get a good price on it? Is it a good starting point? Should I work off of this? Should I just, you know, instead of doing a LS swap, should I start off smaller? Should I do like a SR swap, or 2J swap, or what? I'd love to hear all of those opinions. Also, as far as aesthetics goes, I'm gonna fix little things here and there. You know, I may, just to make it look a little cooler. Obviously, it's gonna get a nice suspension setup for drifting, so it'll be on some kind of coilovers. Probably put an angle kit up front. Got an aftermarket wheel. Maybe a new front bumper. Just to add a cool little factor to it. Just make it look somewhat like a beat but drift JDM type car. Again, for the trunk, I'm probably gonna keep it as is. Probably just put some other spoiler on there to give it more of a drift look. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you want to see this project. We also got the Civic project I posted on my channel as well. Rust EK, or Rustic. And then obviously all my other cars that I'm always doing stuff on. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Hope y'all like the 240. I'm gonna officially put a TunerWorld sticker on it soon. And we are out. Until next time, peace guys.